Scorpio, welcome to Ether Tarot. Welcome back if you're returning. And if you're new here, we're doing a general collective reading today. So just check what resonates. Leave the rest behind. Flip and switch the roles if you need to. Don't try and make the story fit if it's not your story. Okay, first card out, you've got the Moon. Changes in your life. So, typically too, with the Moon, it's like something you don't see maybe coming, or it's I'm kind of getting like it's happening also kind of gradually. Like there's this gradual change occurring. You could be doing something at night time, or something could be kind of like maybe you work nights, or something happening in your dream state, something that's kind of like occurring to you at night, or I don't know, it's just it's a bit of a mystery to you. We've got increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals with the boot. So it's like you need to get a boot up the ass. This boot just came out in Libra's reading as well, so you could be dealing with a Libra, but something there with you've got a goal and you're not really giving it the time and energy and effort that it deserves, or that it requires for you to make something happen with it. Could be with your work, or something that you've been wanting to do, or kind of planning, but it's just, you know, it's stayed in the planning phase, or, you know, maybe you're wanting to build, you know, your career or your business up, or your money up, or something like that, and you're not putting any extra, you're not doing anything new with it, or you're not putting in any extra time, or you're not putting any extra hours in, or something. And so obviously it's just going to keep going around and around. Oh, we got news of a birth or a new business opportunity. And this has come out in your reading a few times before. So, I mean, it could be either or. And maybe this is the changes happening in your life. And so maybe then you need to really like increase your efforts here, because maybe there's a baby on the way, or, you know, you want to take on this new business opportunity. Well, there's going to need to be an increase in efforts for that. So we'll say we've got someone is behaving stupidly with the turkey, or you may be feeling like somebody's being a bit of a clown. Somebody you're dealing with, somebody around you, maybe, I don't know who this is, but you've got pretty, it's like you're looking at them sideways going, what in the world are you doing now? It's just like somebody you're losing respect for, or maybe you don't have any respect for, and you just kind of waiting for them to wake up to themselves. We've got the angel, spiritual guidance and protection from harm. So yes, it's in your future position. Maybe you just like giving it up to God, or it just kind of it's like you get to a point where you're just gonna let yourself be guided. You're going to look for the signs, you're going to see the signs, and you're going to act. Because I mean, you could have been feeling, and I certainly have been feeling with your readings, like things have been going around and around and around for a while. Just, you know, like you're putting in bits of effort, but spreading your energy a bit thin. It just doesn't feel like anything's getting really anywhere serious. It's just sort of rotating around the clock. And so maybe you just get sort of to a point where you go, you know what, I'm going to let myself be led. And this is great. This is awesome. Especially with this big change that's coming in. It's a big change coming in. Now, I don't know if somebody is around you that's pregnant, you could be feeling like their behavior's changing. So We've got an exciting event with the gong at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this news of a birth or new business opportunity, either or, is an exciting event. And there's new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up with this. So yeah, I feel like things are finally like you're doing the whole new year, new you. Like you're really out with the old, I feel, and with the new here. Okay, so let's see. My nose just got really itchy as soon as your reading started, so don't know what that means. But let's go. All right. 8 of Swords in the reverse. This exact same card came out in this exact same position in Libra's reading just now. This deck is shuffled. But we've got the World in reverse right behind that, which is like, it's like something is stagnant, or you felt like you got over one big hurdle, like you climbed to the top of some mountain top, and then you looked around and you thought you were at the top of the peak, and then you looked around and there was a whole other mountain or a whole other level, another peak that you had to get to past that. So honestly, I feel too like this is ending the old cycle. Like you're done with it. You're done with this. Maybe you were holding on for a while to something from the past, and I feel like this old cycle is just like you're getting out of your head about it. You're making these changes come in. So maybe this is with an ex, or just like a whole situation, what you've been committed to or not committed to, or something like that. So yeah, this is good because you're mastering. I mean, the 8 of Swords is one of the cards you want in reverse, definitely. You're not stuck in your head anymore about something. I think you've kind of like had a realization, or you've had an overhaul. You're putting something behind you. And it may actually be like something's been going around in your mind, and maybe you've started to realize that you're not thinking about somebody as often anymore. And you're kind of like having moments where you're like, oh, I'm not thinking about them the minute I wake up and before I go to bed, and waking up during the night, I'm not dreaming about them anymore. So you're noticing that you're gradually moving on and getting past a situation or a person from an old cycle. So what's the 8 of Swords in reverse? Actually, you're protecting yourself. You've got your defenses up. Maybe to do with these changes, maybe you could be a little bit shaken for, you could be like a little bit not liking change. But it's happening anyway. Maybe you're a bit defensive about the changes that are happening within you, that you're kind of like, all right, it might be a good thing, but you're a little bit surprised by it, I'm kind of feeling. It's something that's been like really hanging on for a long time, and you're oh my god, my nose is so itchy. Yeah, so it's like you're surprised that you're getting past something that was keeping you really down. It's like maybe you're putting these walls up too, and you're going, that's enough. I'm not gonna like spend my mental space and my energy just like going around and around in my head about this anymore. I'm just pushing myself to get past this. This is like the wounded warrior too. Like you haven't quit. You're not giving up on yourself with regards to what you've been through with the situation. I feel like you've been in this hangman about it. Now you're like, that's enough. The truth of the matter is you've got a realization here. And so now I feel like it's time to work on your money. Putting the past behind. So, what's the increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals? What's your goal? King of Cups in the reverse. Who's this King of Cups in the reverse? Is it something to do with your father, or maybe you are a father, or the father of your kids? Something off. What's the goal? Something that's not going in the right direction with the King of Cups in reverse. Some changes that are being made. What's the King of Cups in reverse to the Three of Wands in reverse? See the Hangman. Is something you're coming to realize about this person, about this King of Cups in reverse? Like, something's changing direction, or the path you were on, it's no longer that way. I feel like you have been, I don't know, like maybe somebody was feeding your head full of something about another person. Maybe you were listening to somebody like this King of Cups, and they were trying to tell you, you know, somebody in your life was a certain way, or, you know, things they're trying to tell you you didn't know about something about a person you were with, or I don't know, just filling your head full of lies. And I feel like you're now realizing, or flip and reverse the roles, but you've figured this person out. You're like, hold on now, I have to look at my own experience and my own relationship with this person, and I don't believe it. Like, I have evidence to refute what I've been told. You've kind of stopped and really given it some thought and realized that who somebody told you a person was is not the truth, and that they had their own motives in telling you that. And so, like, they were leading you down the garden path with these lies, and you've realized it only now. So I feel like you're probably feeling pretty angry about, you know, one, being deceived, and also listening and not trusting what you already knew. So what's the Three of Wands to the Hangman? So, Eight of Pentacles, you're very, I feel like you need to increase your efforts with regards to your work. Like, you're very good at something, but maybe you've not been pushing in this direction for a while. I was kind of getting that before we even saw any Pentacles. Like, now you need to increase your efforts with your work. Get back to it. You've been in this going down the wrong path for a long time. You've been feeling a bit stuck, and now you're just realizing, like, this area that you're really good at for making money is is where you should be, because we've got this Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you're working hard here too to achieve some sort of goal. Not just a financial goal, but there's something you want to spend that money on. There's something there. Why? I don't know. I feel like somebody led you astray, though, away from what was best for you. And you're just, like, finally getting on track again now. So, and this person that led you astray, I feel like it really messed with you. Really messed with your mind and your emotional balance, which is what's like disrupted everything else, especially like your work. So what's this news of a new birth, business opportunity? A star in the reverse. What's the star in the reverse? We've got, it's like something. See, I feel like this is what you're working hard to achieve, is some sort of new opportunity. Maybe you're needing to put the money together to be able to get, you know, and invest in something here. What's the star in reverse? It's like something that you've had that's kind of like been a dream of yours, but you haven't been able to fulfill on it. This could be news of somebody else's birth or business opportunity that was like, that was your dream, but you're hearing about somebody else getting it. The Hierophant in reverse. So this is something a little unorthodox. This isn't typical. This isn't like your normal 9 to 5 kind of job, or maybe if it's news of a pregnancy, maybe it's like having a baby outside of marriage or something like that, which is more common these days than not. You know, it's not like the whole, you know, date, get engaged, get married, wait a few years, have a baby kind of setup. So it could be something about this that you're keeping quiet, you're keeping out of the public eye for now. You could be keeping it to yourself, what your plans are. There could be people that don't approve of what you're about to do. Knight of Cups in reverse. Got a couple of pages here. Page of Cups in reverse, Page of Wands in the upright, and a Four of Pentacles. So I'm getting like, yeah, there's a lot of, there could be something that you want to do for work, but you're keeping, I don't know, like it may not align very well with you being a parent. If you already have kids as well, this could be something that, like, I don't know, it could be like even a side business or something. But you know, it's kind of done a bit in the dark, or it's not something you advertise. This opportunity could be coming to you from a Knight of Cups in reverse. Like somebody could be trying to get you into something, but the way the cards are coming out, I don't know if I would trust it. It could be a bit of like manipulation going on there. Let's see. What's the Hierophant in reverse to the Knight of Cups in reverse? We'll see. Three of Swords. Okay, so I feel like you're hearing about somebody else getting some opportunity, and it's like it's what you wanted for you, that for whatever reason, you didn't do it, or you don't have it for yourself, and it's giving you a Three of Swords. It's having you feel a bit heartbroken about maybe somebody else's success, which is a sad thing, because, you know, you want to be happy for somebody else, and maybe you are, but you're, you know, like a bit broken for yourself. We got a Two of Cups here too. So this could be you hearing about somebody else having a baby, somebody you were you know, hoping that there would be some sort of reconciliation. It could be, you know, with the person that, if you're a feminine, it could be that you're hearing about this masculine you wanted to be with again one day has, you know, is expecting a baby with their new person, or flip and reverse it. Yeah. But, you know, honestly, I feel like if this is news that you're getting and you think you're getting, it's like, we've got this King of Swords in reverse, so I don't know if it's actually real. I think it could be a lie. You know, it could be a rumor. A rumor that's going around that's not actually valid. So, what's this? Someone behaving stupidly. So you could find out that somebody is like trying to create, you know, put a story out there. Like somebody could be making some false claims online, and you see it and you believe it because maybe that was like a thought or a concern or an idea that you had that would probably happen anyway. Yeah. So maybe that's where you're like, this is stupid. Like they tried to make people believe they were pregnant or something like that, and they're not. But we've got a Three of Pentacles here coming out as under someone behaving stupidly, which is possibly to do with somebody behaving stupidly at your work. We've got the Magician in reverse, so like this person's, you know, being manipulative. I feel like they're turning everybody against them. You know, they're like losing their supporters. They're losing colleagues. They're losing respect. Six of Wands in reverse, but the Ace of Cups in reverse. Somebody could be behaving stupidly because they're going through this Three of Swords heartbreak. It's like having them flip out because of the unhealed sort of state of what they're dealing with. But you could feel like somebody's behaving stupidly with money, like using money to manipulate, or manipulating a situation in order to get money. Or you could be like trying to get some new business opportunity off the ground, and you're trying to negotiate with somebody who you just think, this person's such a fool, like they're just not working with me. You could be thinking they are trying to negotiate in such a stupid way, like let's just get it done, like they're trying to manipulate the outcome. I mean, you could be just like trying to hear back from somebody about a contract, or I don't know, trying to get something confirmed, and they just keep holding out on you, and you're just like, oh Jesus, this person just does not know how to play the game. I don't know. Let's see. Clarify this. Yeah. Like they just won't quit it. Two of Swords in the reverse to the Magician in reverse. This, I don't know, somebody could be not giving you the whole truth, or they're just like maybe playing one person off another in order to like get the best deal. So like this could be, you could be trying to get a contract locked in, or you could be trying to buy something and the person selling it is playing two buyers, you and another person, off each other to try and like raise the price. What's the Magician in reverse to the Two of Swords in reverse? Ooh, the Death card in reverse. Yeah, that's it's like somebody won't finalize a transaction. like they're finding every way around, like it's like somebody won't complete on a contract, or they won't pay up, or they're finding that they're trying to drag something out, and get as much out of a situation as they can before somebody brings in this ending. Like they're resisting sort of like completing. They could be avoiding phone calls or messages or follow-ups for, you know, like somebody could owe you money and they just like are holding out on you and just giving new excuses all the time for why they don't have it. Because it's like they're on some sort of good wicket and they're going to ride it out as long as possible before it's over. So yeah, somebody you have quite little respect for, and it's like, you know, they're doing this too, you know, they're manipulating, but you haven't pulled the pin on it yet. You haven't walked away from it yet, or you haven't gone, all right, that's enough, I know what you're doing, and you can just bugger off. So you could have, I don't know, it could be like you've sold a car to a friend or something, and they were supposed to like make payments to buy it off you, but there was a certain date they needed to complete by, but they just never gave you that final payment. So you've gotten some money out of them, but they just haven't stayed true to the contract or something, and you haven't kind of got to the point where you're like, screw it, I'm repossessing the car and I'm going to sell it to somebody else, because you don't really want to deal with that headache. So this is why, you know, Two of Swords in the reverse, you just don't want to deal with the headache. You've had some other stuff going on, and maybe you don't want this relationship to be damaged by it, but it's kind of like this person is taking you for granted. They're treating you like a fool. So, you know, there's no respect there from their side as well. Like, and they're not respecting you so long as you allow them to treat you this way. It's just a bit of a catch-22. So what's the spiritual guidance and protection from harm? The Chariot. So this is love over hate. This is, you know, like being confident that so long as you let yourself be guided, you will be going in the right direction. So like listening to the divine, listening to your spiritual guidance, your spirit guides, your team, having them around you, like they are armoring you with what you need to have a victory, to stay the course, to, you know, get on your path and stay on your path. I keep seeing this Empress at the bottom of the deck. She's in the upright. So you could be feeling like, I feel like you're in this Empress energy, or there's an Empress in your life where, you know, but this Empress, like this Empress energy is about creativity and abundance and flourishing. And she's also, this is the pregnancy card if there is news of a pregnancy. So somebody could be wanting to like head towards this Empress in their chariot. Like a masculine could be wanting to come in or come towards or head in that direction of the Empress, because that is a victory to them. You could be feeling like you're being spiritually guided towards, you know, towards this Empress, either somebody new or back to, but this is in your future position. So I think, you know, like I think somebody here is really just getting to the point, throwing caution to the wind and going, you know what, what's meant for me will not pass me by. If I am meant to be with this Empress, then the universe will conspire for that to happen. And if not, it wasn't meant to be. So I feel like maybe this is the person here too, where you're turning a corner with these changes in your life. You're going to focus on you. You're going to move forward. You're going to, you know, solve these problems along the way. Get back to, you know, being really masterful at your work. So get out of this procrastination and get back to work. And you may get this news along the way where it's like quite heartbreaking for you that somebody else is maybe in a union or making steps forward, you know, but I feel like you just get to the point where you're like, I'm just going to trust in spirit. And I'm going to trust that I'm being led, or I will let myself be led. And it's going to go in the right direction there. So could have just been sort of like resisting the nudges you're getting, resisting the path you've been urged to go on, and just trusting your, rather than chasing. See, this is, the Empress doesn't chase, she attracts. So I feel like you're getting into that phase where you're just like, I'm going to stay committed, I'm going to put in the effort, I've got my goals, but I'm going to let it come to me as well. I'm going to see the signs and I'll take advantage of opportunities as they come to me, but I'm not going to chase them anymore. And this can be people and or, you know, situations. So yeah, we got the Justice card here, Libra energy. I feel like something's balancing out for you here. This Empress is definitely getting her justice. She's definitely having a win. She's definitely spiritually guided. 100%. So she's either being guided towards or away from whatever she needs to be on her path, but she is definitely in God's hands there. The scales are balancing out for this Empress. She is having everything line up for her that needs to be. So, you know, she is protected, and she's protected with this armor of guidance. So I feel like everything aside, like this is a really, really, really strong card combination. The Chariot, the Empress, the Justice card. We got Cancerian energy, Libra energy. Give me one more card for this. Empress and the Justice. Ooh, Judgment in reverse. She's getting her justice for being through a time where she was falsely accused. And she's just standing in her truth anyway. We got a King of Wands in reverse. This King of Wands falsely accused this Empress of something she didn't do. Super one-sided. Always get some drama right at the end here. And she's just like, enough. Enough. I'm standing in my truth. You're not going to tell me who I am, what I am, what, you know, you're not going to rewrite the past. You know, none of your accusations. This is like water off a duck's back. Everything this King of Wands in reverse tried to do to this Empress, and she's having none of it. None of it. Like, she hasn't taken any of it on board, and so this is definitely backfiring for this King of Wands. So this is like somebody's getting their karma here. Like this one-sided love, this manipulative one-sided love. It's just, this King of Wands could be trying to come back in towards this Empress in the future and trying to say that she this and she that and he this and he that. Like, it didn't go down the way it actually went down, trying to like lie and deceive and overcome. And she's just like, you're not going to tell me how the events unfolded. You're not going to come back in with all that garbage. Not even close. Like, this King of Wands is absolutely no match for this Empress. Not even closely a match for this Empress. She, like, he doesn't stand a chance, and she is not going to have any bar of it. None. So, you know, obviously karmic, obviously really unhealed, obviously just, you know, up to the same tricks and all the same deceit and all the same games that, you know, she's wizened up to this. You can't use that stuff anymore. And what else you got? Nothing. You got nothing else. So this is going to be a missed opportunity here, because he's going to screw it up the moment he opens his mouth. And he's got to open his mouth to try. But what comes out is just a bunch of spew. A bunch of lies, a bunch of garbage, a bunch of one-way, one-sided, you know, all these things I did for you, what did you ever do for me? And she's just like, you know, you can just take those, you know, you can just run along. Just run along. Go back to where you came from. Go back and crawl back into that hole you crawled out of to come here and try and tell me all this garbage. Yeah, she's totally got her armor on. And yeah, this just may be like one final last run in where somebody goes, geez, I can't break through that armor. Wow, that's not gonna work. Yeah, this King of Wands, you know what he needs? King of Wands in reverse. He needs a Queen of Wands in reverse. That's his caliber of person. King of Wands in reverse trying to come up and be with an Empress. Is he like, who's he think he's kidding? That's the person who's pretty stupid. This person's pretty damn stupid if he thinks he's going to pull that off. Like, there's some, you know, there is some mentally off-kilter state of, you know, this person needs to, you know, get some medication or something for their mindset if they really thought that they were going to pull this off with an Empress. I don't think so. Not even close. I mean, the fact that he's even giving it a go shows how, yeah, shows how far off he is from reality and how little he knows her. And yeah, well, I mean, I guess the only people this works with are people like him. So, you know, he needs a karmic that's his match until he grows and learns and heals, which it's in his hands. Like, that learning, that growth, that evolving, it's in his hands just as it is in all of ours, you know, for how we develop ourselves or not. So yeah, that's not gonna work. Anyway, let's get some advice and we'll finish up your reading. Yeah, honestly, I just think that somebody could be coming in and doing something while this King of Cups is like at work. Somebody could be like thinking, I can I don't know, sneak in and do what I want to do and then leave while this King of Cups is at work, and do something behind their back. Oh, see, you got this exact same card last time. Examine your integrity. I think it was you, wasn't it? Focus on higher truths. I'm pretty sure, Scorpio, this is the exact same oracle card you got in your last reading, or to examine your integrity. I'm 90% sure. Therefore, integrity is about doing what you say you're going to do. May have been Aries reading, but anyway, let's read it again, because whether it's the same again for you or not, obviously the message needs to be reiterated. So, stand strong in your convictions. Your eye has been weakened, which means that you are vulnerable to other people's influence. Only you can decide through clear objective thinking and feelings what is best for you in this situation. Take the time you need to go within, look at the bigger picture and ask, what are the long-term consequences of this decision? Are you being asked to examine you are being asked to examine your personal integrity and make a stand for something that aligns with your stronger ideals. The choices you make now will not only impact your life, but also your experience in the spiritual worlds and your future lives. Even though you may feel that you are giving up a fantastic opportunity, be aware that new potential possibilities are opening up to you, and these possibilities will allow you to influence others in a truly positive manner, thus creating ripples of goodness in the world. Write down the situation or the opportunity. And think about it from at least 6 different angles. What are the short-term and long-term ramifications of this decision? What is your gut feeling? And this is an opportunity to make a stand for what you truly believe in. Doing so will strengthen your sense of I and give you the possibility to make independent, powerful decisions in every area of your life. Once you have made a decision, imagine that there is a huge yellow circle on the ground in front of you. Step into the circle, raise your right arm up, the left arm can remain down, and say, "This is me." Feel the strength of standing in your integrity. I think that's an NLP move too, isn't it? Like the power circle, anyway, food for thought. But yes, so examining your, like this opportunity, these possibilities that are coming in. It's like, if you're doing something and it's really out of alignment really with your integrity, even though you could have to walk away from something that to get yourself in alignment, I feel like that's a short-term small sacrifice to make for the long-term growth. But you take it how it resonates for you, whatever this is for you. But this message is coming out pretty strong lately, and that lines up perfectly with this Justice card. So I feel like standing in that truth, standing in that integrity is really important. This is where, until we step back and start to really examine all the things that are going right and wrong in life, and like what your real, your moral compass, then you can really see where you're off track. And if you can correct your path yourself, then you avoid getting a tower, because otherwise the tower is going to come in and correct it for you at some point, and it's going to be really uncomfortable. But this is a way of taking control of that and having no towers. So all right, Scorpio, this is your reading today. Hope the messages are helpful, and if you like the video, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Help this channel to grow, and I'll be back in 4 days time. Your next reading will be on the 14th, so keep your notification bell on, and we'll see you all next time. Take care and bye for now.